Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. In front of us we have the Slive. I think I'm saying that right. Slive-4U AM/FM weather band emergency radio. I picked this radio up for $20 off Amazon, and it came in a snazzy black and gold letter box. And here it is, Slive. I think I'm saying that right, or Slive, or Slive. No idea, but I think I'm saying it right. -4U. Box is pretty basic, black, and then on the bottom here we go. It's got some bullet points. Features: AM/FM radio, 7 weather bands, Siren, auto on emergency light. I'll talk about that. Brightness adjustable flashlight, which is pretty neat. IS power. We'll talk about that. I didn't know what that was. I had to watch a little video to figure that out. Tuning indicator, I hope. Mobile device charger, stereo headphone output. Now that was a surprise. I didn't read the box. And I was using the radio with my headphones. And I'm like, hey, it's stereo. So that was pretty cool. Let's see, charge options. Crank. What's that say? Crank chargeable battery, AAA batteries, USB port. Pretty cool. We'll get into all that stuff you get with it. A 1-year warranty. There's their information. There's barcode. Okay, let's go ahead and open this up. See what we get. I love my emergency radios. This one's a different color too. It's not yellow. Darn it. It's paperwork. We got the cable. And we got the radio. Pull that out. And that's it. It comes in a tray, nothing underneath there. So I'll put this box aside and we'll look at what we got. So here, paperwork there. Got the cable, a USB micro variety, and we'll talk about that USB bridge thing, which is interesting. But there you go. Charges the internal 3-cell, and I'll show you that, nickel metal hydride battery that comes with it. Okay. Let's see, we got some paperwork. Reminder. Done charging your phone? Please help me detach the phone charging cable. Thanks. He's talking to you. You got a little smiley face. Yeah, nothing on the back. Okay. Let's see. Let's get to the instructions. I haven't opened these up. But let's see. Self-powered radio with flashlight and USB smartphone charger. Okay. Warning. Holy cow, look at those warnings. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of warning for emergency radio. Okay, here we go. Features. There's some band coverage for you. You can pause and read those if you'd like. Got output, emergency lights, super bright LED, IS technology. Okay. So you get an idea there. We'll talk about all this stuff here. Power source, talk about that. I don't think they give a time per... Oh, here we go. They did. A little fast past that. Optimal speed is 150 RPM. Man, that's moving. Yeah, I'm not the Dynamo master, so let's see if this open up. Holy cow, it does. All right, here we go. Here's runtime. All right, build-in. That's pretty funny. So that's what you get on the built-in radio, or built-in battery, built-in radio. Let's see, 1 minute of hand cranking. There, that's what I wanted to find. There you go. That's what you're supposed to get, 10 minutes of radio. I don't believe that, but Siren about 4 minutes, LED light 15 minutes. Okay. And smartphone, I don't think so. Anyway, it takes 3 AAA alkalines, which is nice, and okay, not much else happening here. Okay, so pretty basic stuff. We'll go over all that. All right. Is there anything else here? Smartphone charging. There's one thing I wanted to find, but I don't see it. I don't see any instructions, so we'll talk about it when I get to it. All right. Let's go to the radio. Comes in a cheap plastic bag. Okay. That bag off to the side there. All right, I'm going to zoom on in. Now, this radio reminds me the build quality and the plastic qualities of the Toshiba Beachbody series, and I'll link that video up there, the Toshiba radio. It has the same kind of knob controls, has a similar plastic feel to it. I mean, strong and well built. So pretty interesting. I don't know if Toshiba helped to make this or not, but it has that the colors and just the build quality. So it reminds me of a Toshiba radio. So pretty interesting. I'll tell you that. So let's go ahead and talk about the dimensions of the radio. We have 5¼ inches across. We have 3 inches tall, and we have a thickness of 1 3/8 of an inch. Pretty neat. Let's go size comparison. I have CC Pocket handy. Cool. I have my Iron Man deck of cards. And then I gotta bring this up a little bit. Of course, I gotta play up and down here. Okay, I have my Sanjin PR D9W. It's also a weather radio. Gives you an idea size. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and put that back and put this back down. All right, let's talk about features of the Slive. Again, if I'm saying that right, it's pretty funny. This green's pretty bright. So left-hand side, we have an LED. We have a volume on-off wheel. On the front, we have the name. We have the dial there, the FM, 88 to 108, and AM, 530 to 1700, it looks like. 1710 is what it maxes out at. Tuning indicator light is green. Here's a battery charging indicator that turns red when it's charging and green when it's complete. Here we have a small speaker, 1.5 inches. Slive for you is the model number. Let's see, the right-hand side, we have the tuning wheel, which this radio tunes very smoothly. It's a DSP radio, but I'm telling you, when I tune this, it's almost like an analog radio, but definitely has DSP steps. But it's actually a nice, smooth tuning. It reminds me of the CC Solar Observers, where it has like a soft mute-on tuning, where it almost has an analog feel, even though it's a DSP. So very interesting. We have DC in of 5 volts to charge the battery, and it acts as a, like a pass-through. So you can use this as a cell phone charger. If you hook up your your input to charge your battery, it'll also bridge. They call it USB bridge. That's it. It'll bridge, so you can use this for a USB powered device. So you can actually have that all the time hooked up, which I thought was pretty interesting. And there's a reason why you have it all the time hooked up. And I'll show you that in a moment. Headphone jack. If you notice, it has a green ring. I noticed that too, and I wasn't sure if because they use the green plastics. I noticed a little darker green, and I'm like, that might be stereo. And sure enough, it's a stereo jack. So yeah, FM stereo on this radio is really good. We'll talk about that in a little bit. You got a wrist strap spot here. It did not come with a wrist strap. Oh man, I know somebody out there is like doing a happy dance, but yeah, it didn't come with a wrist strap, so I'm doing a sad dance. Top of the radio has some more stuff. Look at this. So we have a light switch. This is pretty neat. It's got 2 different levels of brightness, off and auto. So that's pretty neat, and I'll explain that. Here we have AM, FM band select, and 1 through 7 dedicated positions on the band selector, which I like. And then we have an alarm switch to turn the alarm on and off. I don't know how loud this is. Let's see. Yep, that'll get your attention. Okay. On top, we also have the antenna. The antenna extends out 12 inches. Yeah, it's a little baby thing, typical. But it swivels 360, and it also has a notch there. So, yeah, you can get that full extension on the antenna. Very nice. Okay, so before I go to the back, let's talk about that light. So let's go ahead and turn off some lights. I will turn this on. You can see the brightness of this thing. I mean, it's a very simple bulb, but you know, it's all you need in an emergency if you don't have a flashlight handy. Here we go. Let's see, get the deck of cards out, give you an idea. This is on the highest setting. Let's see, we'll go to the low mode. See, oh, that's quite a difference there. Maybe that gets extra power if you don't need a lot of light. You know, turn it back on high. So yeah, it's pretty nice. So let's go ahead and turn my lights back on. Okay, and we'll talk about the auto feature. So the auto feature, when it's on auto, if you have it plugged in with the USB and you unplug the USB charger or the power goes off, this light automatically goes on. So that's pretty neat. So it's meant to have the USB hooked up to it all the time. So there you go. All right, back of the radio, we have the Dynamo. Spin this little bad boy. It's actually well made. Feels, you know, like premium quality plastics again. I mean, nothing feels cheap about this radio. I mean, it's solid. Just amazing. I'm really liking it. So you can see the nice holder for this. Here on the bottom, we have a band select for your batteries. Battery select switch, rechargeable, and to your regular batteries. Now, I don't know why they did this. Let's see, is this where I'm trying to remember where the batteries go. Okay, yeah, this is good. So your rechargeable battery is behind this door. So yeah, when you're in rechargeable battery mode, it uses this battery. And what it is, this battery here, I don't know if I can get this out on camera. It's one of those 3-cell varieties. If I can get that out of there. Oh yeah, it's hooked up. So let's see what it says here. So yeah, it's a 3-cell AAA 600 milliamp hour, 3.6 volts. Okay, read it upside down, but you get the idea. So that comes included with the radio, which is nice. And then you have the optional, which is really important for me in emergency radio, is the dry battery operation. So you can switch it over to AAA operations. I didn't put any in here. We're just going to run off the dedicated battery, but you can put 3 AAA batteries in and power it. That's very important. You know, if you're in an emergency and this wasn't working, it wasn't charging, at least you could go raid your remotes, you know, in the house and put them in here. Now you got your radio going and your light. So yeah, it's just nice to know that you have that option as a backup to this battery. I like that. Very nice. So let's talk about FM reception, and we'll do a little audio test. So FM reception, the FM sensitivity on this radio was okay to good. I found it nearly 50 stations, so right in there with the analog section. So it's a pretty decent radio. Selectivity was good. The DSP chip holds very strong and moderately strong stations good. So with minimal bleed over to the smaller stations, which I really liked. Which it's a very good selectable dial. We'll see that on the AM too. It works the same way on the AM. I like it. FM stereo works very well also. Most of my stations coming in FM were coming in stereo, even my fainter ones, which I was pretty amazed with. For a little emergency radio, I did not expect the FM stereo to be stellar. So it was. Yeah, it's just a great looking radio. It just looks clean and well made. All right, so let's go ahead and fire up Radio Todderbert 97.7. So let's tune close. I'm not sure the accuracy of the dial. I wasn't paying attention. But let's go ahead and see where we're at. Turned on my transmitter. And we'll turn this up. Make sure we're on FM. AM. FM. There we go. Tuning light. We'll run this for a few minutes. It's got good audio quality from this little speaker. Amazing.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
right, there you go. Get a little bit of audio test. Sounded pretty good. I just bumped the tuning knob. It was pretty funny. Pretty sensitive tuner. There we go. So let's go ahead and I'm going to turn off my transmitter. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to extend the antenna. We're going to go to the weather bands real quick. When I was outside, I got about 5 weather bands. That was nice. I'm sure inside here I'm probably going to get a couple, but let's give it a shot.
Waves were 1 foot. The water temperature was 65. In McKinley Marina, the air temperature was 64. It was 56. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, mostly sunny.
Channel 5.
Highs in the 70s. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday night, clear. Lows in the upper 50s in the suburbs and in the lower. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of the Illinois nearshore waters of Lake Michigan for 70s. Thursday night through Saturday.
Okay, there you go. So that gives you an idea of the NOAA weather band. Works pretty simple. There's no alert, but at least if you know it's storming, you can turn that on and see what's going on. And if you don't have your phone handy, there's the, okay, we talked about Dynamo. So let's go ahead. We're going to roll this down to the bottom of the AM band. During the day, the AM band was awesome. Blown away by the reception. It's not long distance per se, but it's pretty good on the semi-locals. So I was happy. That's all I really want. I want to reach about 40, 50 miles. That's good coverage for me during the day on AM for radio. And I was pretty happy. And this one did perform. So let's go ahead and put that down to AM, all the way down there. Again, these switches are really premium. Everything feels really good about using these. I like them. So let's go ahead and turn that up. I got my CC Pocket for reference. It's 5:34 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois, where I'm at. And let's start tuning away. Yeah. So it actually feels like a regular radio than an emergency radio. I like that. Okay. Just a little dynamo in the back. Makes it rock back and forth. Okay, let's see what we can find tonight.
Offense can be in just a few short plays. They got the ball down in the red zone on the other side of the field. As you mentioned, nice job by the secondary of this Oakland Raiders team, even though they've had a couple penalties back there in critical situations. Down.
Okay, so it's jumping right to 670. I think we got a little bit of Nashville there, but it's hard to tell. Okay, let's go to 670.
They have a nice bench, and they have a variety of different kind of arms in the bullpen. The kid Hader, we had talked about him before, is very good.
WSCR, the score.
Is outstanding, so they're a really formidable opponent, no question.
See if this is 690 or sorry. Yeah. So yeah, 690 there. That's Montreal, Quebec. 763 miles.
And the like, but the house, there was a house like 1 block over, say south, and then 1 block over west.
So it goes
Their house
right to
was
720.
Leveled. They lost everything. It was heartbreaking. So that's probably the worst, but not a hurricane. It's a horrible tornado.
I have.
So we get 690, but we won't get 700.
And when I say honor,
so
they were in so much pain.
Oh yeah,
Andrea,
missing a
there
little
were
bit
over
of selectivity
200
there.
fatalities, and there's a woman named Genta who actually worked for the morgue, who would go and.
You've got to give them.
Okay, so that should be 740 zoomer typically. Yep. So yeah, CFZM, Toronto, Ontario. I love it. It comes on this radio, 460 miles. So you know this radio is capable of reaching out for some distance. Not bad for emergency radio if you do know what's going on 500 miles away from you. That's good. I don't know if you do, but It's there. See what this is.
State semis, our QB calls out snake and potato mouthwash.
Okay, listen.
A lot of people think that was the night I earned my own Tri-County honorable mention. A lot of people.
Okay, not sure what's going on there, but that's 760. WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles. So that's cool.
Road work. Inbound side of the Kennedy on the inbound side, slow going Irving Park to Division.
Here's 780 WBBM, Chicago.
The junction on end. The outbound side sluggish from Foster to Harlem. 10 minutes out to the junction, 24 out to O'Hare. The Eisenhower at the outbound side is clear. Inbound side tight, Ashland into the burn-in.
Two pitch, ground ball right side, pass Forsythe, base hit right center. So Gardner, a two-hit game, a leadoff single begins the Yankee ninth. I was looking up that Arizona game. Rudy Hernandez and I keep in contact.
Yeah, 830 WCCO, Minneapolis,
Three hits, RBI,
Minnesota, 310 miles.
playing a lot. Third pitch for them.
Seems to hold it pretty good.
Ryan Dozier's cooled off a bit, Danny, with the Dodgers, and article came up.
Has broken this one open. Orlando going out. He's going to make a pitching change. Get somebody else to work. So we'll step away. Rockies lead by 11 here in the bottom of the eighth. We'll be back on the KOA Rockies radio network. Howdy, baseball fans. All season long, show your Rockies.
Okay, you heard the call letters, KOA. This is KOA Denver, Colorado, 890 miles. So this radio does have the performance. Sweet. I think this is 890. It's got that high pitch whine for my radio or my phone. Yeah, from the camera. It's 890, so it skips over 870 and 860. Okay. So, yeah, I couldn't get 840, but I got 850. I couldn't get 860.
If you like, the way of the future was.
So yeah, it's going right to 890. So you're gonna miss a few stations. So I'm just gonna kind of cruise up the dial then.
Is a safe space where you crack on stage the same way, the stuff you're talking about here. That the
10. Carr is in the gun. Looks at a five-man secondary. He's at midfield in the dirt. On the 50-yard line, he sets up with his running back off his left hip.
Sounds like 1100.
Shotgun snap, drops back at the block for the rookie left tackle, throws it in the dirt because the rush was on. And Dominican Sue was there.
1120 maybe?
Cardinals. Here in the second quarter, tied at 10. Second down. That's down to Summerlee. He and Hudson are going up against Sue and Donald, and that is not an easy task. But this was a screenplay, Kevin. They were trying to set up the screen to the.
Okay, finally 1020 KDK Pittsburgh. 450 miles.
And getting rid of the ball quickly, so no need to hold right there. Get a body on him.
Husbands paid the ultimate price.
WHO maybe? Yep, WHO. That is Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles. This radio's doing okay. I mean, it's getting a lot of the stations, which is nice. Again, it's emergency radio. Enough to get informed.
Or that, what an inning it was, and what a home run it was for Matt Adams. A three-run shot gave the Cardinals
1100.
7-6 lead. They would get one more, and Harrison Bader sacrificed fly. Carlos Martinez, despite giving up a run, would nail down his
KMOX, St. Louis.
Into the media room right now, and here
Missouri, 275 miles.
Mike Schilt after his team.
And he came through. That's relative to creation. God's revelation. Angle to the painted numbers on the dirt. They go to the 30-yard line of the Rams. Brought down, taken down, 30-yard line of Washington.
Yes, I'm asking you maybe about soldiers.
Not a lot happening up here on these bands, but we'll see if we get something in 1500 range. I think this is CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. Music on 1630. KCJJ, Iowa City. Not that far away, about 175 miles.
Nice job by Derek Carr. Nothing was there.
Chris Bryant comes up. Just a case of happy feet. Derek wishes he had this plate.
Okay, I'll conclude the AM band scan. Always fun to go through the whole band. All right, so let's do final thoughts on the Slive-4U. Slive. They're probably going to email me. It's not Slive, it's Slive. It's French for living or something. I don't know. But it's cool. They have different colors. If you're not hip on the green, I mean, I wish they had yellow. They don't. They have I think there was a black colored one, a raspberry pink colored one, and then this green one. So the one that I found on Amazon was this green one, and you can get it for $19. I don't know if I said that in the beginning. I might have missed that. See, I got this on Amazon for $20, and if you want to support the channel, I'll put the link down below for this radio. Do I recommend it? Yes. For $20, this is a solid little weather radio. Really happy with it. You can run it as a regular radio all the time. You don't have to only use it for emergencies. You can run it off the regular batteries. I'm not sure runtime you're going to get, but well, it did say in the book about 10 hours. So use rechargeables if you're going to run this radio, in here in the AAAs. That way you don't have to buy batteries all the time. But you could also run the radio off the charger too. So that's kind of a nice thing. So yeah, Rockin. So I like this radio a lot. So yeah, definitely gets a buy for me. Like I say, if you want to use the link below, supports the channel. It still costs you $20 regardless, and I get a little commission kickback from Amazon for pointing you in the right direction. Yeah, because reviewed the product for you, and now you get to see what it could do. So yeah, really happy with this radio. I just love the build quality, amazing. So everything about it, the FM reception is decent. FM stereo, I was surprised with the headphones. Sounds really good. No low-level hiss. I don't think I mentioned that. I didn't. So no low-level hiss on this radio. I like that. It has a premium sound to it, for sure. Selectivity wasn't fantastic on AM at night, but during the day it did really well with my strong locals and moderate strong locals. I was pretty happy with that. And it was okay tonight. It got enough to what you need, especially if you're using it for emergency radio only, which most people would, I imagine. But not a bad radio to put away with some batteries, and you're ready to go in an emergency. So there we go. If you enjoyed the presentation of the Slive 4U, give me a big like. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. All my supporters out there. 2, if you want to know more about this brand, if I find more out about it, they have a Bluetooth speaker I saw on their website. That's it, Bluetooth speaker and this radio. If they come out with more stuff, I will try to get it in here and review it because I believe this is a higher quality. And I like companies that build stuff that just looks like it's going to last. It doesn't feel cheap at all. So I'm definitely going to find more if I can, if they do make more. So stay tuned by hitting subscribe, hit the bell icon so you know what's happening. Because I release a video every evening, and always something different and new and fun and exciting in the portable radio world. 3, comment below what you think about this radio. And 4, final but not least, After Hours with Todderbert. Come on over to Patreon. Hang out with the best of the best. The crew, the radio Rockin crew. We do a lot of cool stuff over there. There's a lot of old-time radio shows to kick back and listen to. You can do that. There's also pictures of the radios inside. A lot of activities, a lot of extra stuff I put on there. Exclusive videos, VIP viewing for people who want to help the channel out by donating a small amount of money per month. Check it out. I think it might be for you. I think you'll love it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.